Thank you. So Mkango, we're focused on the rare earth sector. We're developing an integrated supply chain, and really the foundation of the company is a project in Malawi, which we've taken from a very early stage to an advanced stage. We'll be putting out our feasibility study in June, and that is to produce a mixed rare earth carbonate that will go to a proposed separation plant in Poland. It's an excellent site, very good infrastructure. That will add value to that mixed rare earth carbonate product and produce the neodymium and praseodymium oxides that go into electric vehicles and wind turbines. Mkango, we have a first mover advantage in recycling. All our peer group and competitors are following us now. 2 or 3 years ago, we picked up a strategic stake in a UK rare earth magnet recycler called Hypermag. It's magnet-to-magnet recycling, 88% less energy than conventional magnet making. Fantastic technology, working with the University of Birmingham, and potential to unlock the supply chain for rare earth magnets. So less than 5% of rare earth magnets are recycled, and that number should be north of 20% if you look at comparable sectors like PGMs. So we're a Canadian company, dual listed in the UK and on AIM and TSXV, and our strategy is an integrated mine, refine, recycle strategy. Just focusing in on some of the aspects and stages of the asset base. So we have an extensive exploration portfolio in Malawi, rutile, uranium, nickel. But our key project in Malawi is the Songwe Hill rare earths deposit. We've taken that from a very early stage all the way through to feasibility study, which is nearing completion. The project in Poland, that's around the sort of pre-feasibility stage, and we're looking to advance that to the feasibility stage over the course of this year. And we're working on an integrated financing package for those 2 projects. We've engaged project finance advisors, and that process is well underway. And then we have the interests in the recycling projects. That includes a pilot plant at the University of Birmingham, which underpins the technology. Hypermag, together with the University of Birmingham, is also developing a demonstration plant at Tyseley Energy Park just outside Birmingham. So these pilot and demonstration scale plants will underpin the rollout of this technology to capture a significant share of the rare earth magnet recycling market. Rare earths is an EV story. You know, you have lithium that goes into the batteries. It's a fairly big cost component of the car. The rare earths go into the motors. It's a fairly small cost component of the car, and that means as that growth really sort of kicks in, that'll underpin higher long-term prices for rare earths. So based on a forecast by Adamas Intelligence, they're forecasting a tripling of demand and a doubling of supply, and that will equate to much higher long-term prices going forward. And there are very few advanced stage rare earth companies globally. I think I saw a number of about 12. So rare earths is very, very geared to this electric revolution, contrary to other commodities in this space, which have less sort of gearing. So very few projects, high barriers to entry, and we're just coming to the end of our de-risking for the Songwe project in Malawi. So 3 rounds of drilling, pre-feasibility study 2015, and we're working with Senate on the feasibility study. 100% of the engineering studies are complete, and most of the other work streams are nearing completion. The environmental, social, health impact assessment, that'll be submitted to the government shortly. The mine development agreements are advancing very well. This is a fully piloted process, 6 piloting campaigns at ANSTO in Australia for the hydrometallurgy, and a very successful flotation piloting program at ALS. So a flow sheet's fully developed, and we're just coming to the end of that process. Malawi is a great place to be working. very supportive government, and the infrastructure, the new railway line that runs through from Tet out to Nacala is really unlocking the potential. So we're about an hour and a half's drive from Blantyre, the major commercial centre in Malawi, and we'll have a solar farm, access to sort of hydropower via the grid, and we'll be producing a high-value product. So it'll be a mixed rare earth carbonate, which we'll export along the railway line and then out to Poland for separation. Over the last 10 years, we've been working in Malawi, very strong track record in community development, and that really sort of underpins the success of the environmental social health impact assessment. And for example, we recently completed the stakeholder meetings, which went extremely well. And I think all that sort of fairly modest cost but high impact projects, ranging from education through to infrastructure to scholarship programs, has really paid off as we come to complete the feasibility studies. So in terms of the separation plant, this will add value to the product in Poland and in Malawi. We can't build this plant in Malawi. There isn't the supply of nitric acid and ammonia. We need to do the separation. So we selected the lowest cost option we could find. We looked at sites in the UK. We looked at sites EU and elsewhere. For example, this site, 30% lower operating costs in the UK. And it ticks all the boxes in terms of infrastructure. It's right next to a major fertilizer plant, chemicals plant owned by Grupa Azoty, the second largest producer of nitrogen fertilizers in the EU. So Grupa Azoty will supply the nitric acid and ammonia to this plant, and then we'll supply back ammonium nitrate. We'll sell back ammonium nitrate. So there's no liquid waste streams, and so much lower impact than alternative technologies. So Hypermag and the recycling, we've got a 42% stake in Hypermag, option to go higher. Hypermag also has a business in Germany, and the focus, the technology is using hydrogen to liberate magnets which are embedded in scrap. So whether it's a hard disk drive, could be an electric motor, and it basically can unlock the supply chain. So Hypermag has licensed that technology from the University of Birmingham. Strong support from grant funding in the UK and EU, and very strong interest from high-profile partners working with Jaguar Land Rover, for example, GKN, EMR, Bentley Motors, Unipart. So there's a lot of industrial buy-in to this technology and a lot of momentum behind it. So great potential, really strong team, a lot of experience in hydrogen technology and rare earths. David Kennedy, for example, set up Less Common Metals in the UK, the only rare earth alloy producer outside Asia. Alan Walton runs the Magnetic Materials Group at the University of Birmingham. So we're building the team, and we're going to roll out the technology. So what this technology does, if you have a rare earth magnet embedded in scrap, it's very difficult to get it out in an energy efficient way. So using hydrogen, it reacts with a magnet, forms a powder, demagnetizes, you collect the powder, remake a magnet. So it's 88% less energy than the alternatives, than conventional magnet making. We're scaling this up. So this is the pilot scale reactor that's been installed at Birmingham University now, 50 to 100 kilograms per batch. And then the next scale up will be just outside Birmingham, Tyresy Energy Park, next year, 400 kilograms per batch, funded by the UK government. Hypermag will run and will provide the IP for that plant. Tyresy Energy Park, a new energy, old industrial park which has been renovated. This is where the technology will be scaled up in the UK. And we also have a chemical, we're also looking at a chemical route as well, so we have that flexibility to process different types of scrap. So in summary, mine, refine, recycle, advanced stage project in Malawi, and a very low-cost competitive site for separation in Poland, and strategic interest in Hypermag to unlock the supply chain for rare earth magnet recycling. That's it. Thank you very much.